my Interviews with Dating Gurus program, you heard a recent interview with a gentleman named Steve. Online, his handle is Toe Cutter, and he was introduced by a mutual friend of ours named Clifford from Cliff's List, who you've probably also heard me talk about in places like my advanced series and so forth. And he's going to come up right now, and he's going to share some lessons from a guy that I would really call a natural. And I would call him a natural because he spent a lot of time figuring this stuff out, working on it for himself. And one of the things that I really appreciate about Steve is that he explains things in a real way. He talks about how to do things to make yourself a more interesting person, a more fulfilled person. He's kind of a international man of mystery. He's traveled to a lot of different places, and he's done a lot of really great things. So give a warm welcome to my friend Steve. How you doing,
Thank
man?
you.
You need
doing
anything?
well. No, doing well.
Water? Okay.
Okay.
Just if you need anything while you're up here, just say, hey, I need something.
Okay, perfect. Hey guys, my name's Steve. Like you said, I've been picking up women for a long, long time. Let's go straight to openers. Right? I'm a big believer that openers should look spontaneous. When I was a kid, I used to go to bars underage with fake ID, and I'd feel like I was in there, and I wasn't even really supposed to be there, and the bouncers are going to kind of come and get me at some stage and throw me out. Feel like a pretender, right? And so I'd go into bars and as a pretender, as an underage kid, and get into this dance of eye contact with women over the bar. Right? Where she drops her eyes and all those sorts of things. Now, what happens if you do that? If you get into that dynamic, right? Then it's going to put so much more pressure on now she knows you're there, you know she's there, we know to walk up and speak to her, what are you going to say? It just puts so much pressure on the opener, right? Whereas, and here's the way I do it, I will never scope a room when I walk into a room. I will never look around for who's interested in me, right? As far as any girl that I ever speak to is concerned, what comes out of my mouth, the first time I turn and look at her, I start speaking immediately, and it's just spontaneous. It's spontaneous. So it takes all pressure off, everything. It should be non-sexual. It should be non-sexual. It's just like somebody happens to be next to you, happens to be there, and you've just got something on your mind that you're just going to download, you know what I mean? Right, which brings me to a couple of categories of openers. Right? Let's think about something where you just you think like it's pre-planned. It's a pre-planned opener, but it's just something that you're going to download straight out of your mind. Right? So you walk in, and you might go, hey guys, right? Hey, check it out. I was just on the street out here, and I was in a cafe, right? And there was sheep yogurt on the menu. What's sheep yogurt? When I saw it, I thought it meant that it was yogurt the consistency of sheep's wool. But now I think about it, it's probably made from sheep's wool. Do they milk sheep? Right? How would one milk a sheep? Well, I think next time I go back, I'm going to get a sheep's milk cafe latte. Right? And so what you're doing is you're just saying, hey, this is something that's on my mind. I'm talking to you because I need an audience, and you happen to be here, and we're into conversation. Or you can do an excited gossiper is a similar sort of thing. You say, hey guys, check it out. Did you see there was a guy running down the street like a thief with a convenience store clerk chasing him, and he had an open box of Mars bars, like he just grabbed a box of Mars bars and ran, and they were running down the street. Did you see that just before? Right? And it's the point is that it looks like it's just spontaneous. You're not coming up with an agenda. It's non-sexual. It's just like you're just downloading your mind. Or you go in for the opinion. Hey guys, I'm thinking about getting my tongue pierced. What do you think? Da-da-da. You're in. Because the job of the opener is not to do anything special. The job of the opener is just to open. You don't use the opener to attract her. You don't use the opener to do anything except start a conversation with it. And you should not vibe beforehand at all. How do I explain this? All right, let's say, right, I'm in the bathroom, and this is a completely non-sexual situation. I'm in the bathroom, and it's really hot, and it's like the air conditioner's broken in there. And I say to the guy next to me, man, what's going on with the air conditioning in here? And he's like, yeah, I know, I'm dying here, right? That's non-sexual. That's just But if that guy does that to me, and first he's having a bit of a peer over for 30 seconds checking out my member, we've suddenly put pressure on this opener and, hey, get away from me. Right? So all I'm saying is use your opener to open. That's all it has to do. It opens, and then follow it up with another routine. Just come in with something new, and you can just say, hey, boom. Hey, I got you guys checked out. I got you worked out now, right? You're the friendly one, you're the shy one, and you're the drunk one. Oh, I've only had one screwdriver. Shh, sober up, baby. So anyway, to check it out, I was down on the corner of da-da-da, and you just go into something new. And so if you understand the female validation gambit, and you understand it, it's a natural thing, and I love it, I embrace it. I really, really embrace it. That when a girl comes and tries that sort of thing, and now this is an opportunity for us to really take off the kid gloves with each other, and it's like, look, I'm not the sort of person who takes myself seriously. I don't mind if a girl wants to try to rebuff me. It's like, it's fine. I can make a joke, and we can make a joke, and she can take off her kid gloves and go, hey, what makes you think you're so arrogant? Why are you so arrogant? What's that big head about? And you can laugh. It's all fun, right? But let me give you a little rule. So when a girl is trying to grab her validation before you've actually given her an opportunity to do so, right, you stop, right, and you comment on her behaviour in whatever way you want. It doesn't even have to make sense. If she can say, I don't know, you want to sleep with me, or do you say this to all the girls, or whatever? And you can just say, hey, look at you. You know what that just told me? It told me that you're like a spoilt little rich girl. I bet you're a daddy's girl, aren't you? Hey, slow down. I'm not. Hey, what come from this? What poor little baby? What I might do for the little baby is go down the street and get 7 Mexican dwarves to come and fan you because it's hot in here. It doesn't even have to make sense. You just and it makes no sense compared with what she originally said. But you've just broken out of her thread because she wants to go down that thread. And you just break out of it and just go take it wherever you want. Tell her what that, do not a real psychoanalysis on her, but a fun one, And now we're back into the relationship. We're back into the fun. So that's the trick. In terms of if you get in there, and when you come in, you're at a very high energy, right? You're speaking to them, you're coming in, you go, hey guys, da-da-da-da-da, or even with a girl, you come in and you're looking for threads in the conversation where you can follow up, where you can go, etc. And what you want to do, and so this is during the first phase, you've got to bring it down into a lower energy. Right? About 5 minutes in, you want to transition it from this into a sitting down, sharing, talking about more personal, intimate things. What I do is I use a palm reading for that. I sit her down, hey, which hand do you write with? Let me take you over here. Boom, go into a palm reading, and that's too big a subject for me to go into in depth. I've got a book on it. I've got a whole book. But the point is that within that palm reading, you might say something, that says, hey, look, you were this little girl. In a palm reading, you can talk to subjects that you could never usually talk to. You can tell her how to act. You can say, hey, look, this is your Mount of Venus. And what this means is that you have a caged heart. And you lock yourself up. Right? You don't give yourself. You're locking relationship opportunities out of your life. And you don't give yourself to the people around you. But you do that. Sometimes you try to act cool, or you try to act ladylike, and you're locking out these opportunities in your life. Right? And so I can say that, and what I'm telling her is, hey, don't lock me out of your life. But I can never say that in any other way except in a palm reading, because in a palm reading, if I said, hey, you know what I can tell about you? You got a caged heart. It's like, this is me being judgmental on her. Right? But when I'm doing it from the palm reading, it's not me that's being judgmental, it's the palm that goes back, palm reading tradition that goes back thousands of years, and it's the palm.